Rise and shine, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the first day of school, a big day for a lot of kids around the metro. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Lauren Lemanchak.
Yeah, we have team coverage as you get your kids ready to head out the door. Michelle and Audrey are covering back to school safety and tips on handling anxiety. CeCe Gaines is monitoring your morning traffic, plus some important reminders about navigating around all those school buses out there today. But first, let's get to John with your bus stop forecast.
I'm too squiggly for that little box. I struggle with it. Hey, good morning. It is a quiet morning in the metro, but we're tracking rain north of us right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on up there. You can see Brainerd Lakes. Rain showers just continuing. Now, they have weakened a tad, but they're still classified as thunderstorms rolling into northern Mille Lacs. That'd be the Garrison area. But if you're in Onamia, there's rain there. Looks like one thunderstorm just rolled through Alex, but we got a second one just south of Detroit Lakes coming in here. Twin Cities, for the most part, is quiet. The closest rain is St. Cloud, but it's very, very light. So Alexandria up Sauk Center, again, a couple passing showers. We got to kind of dodge these a little bit here this morning. But if you are in Garrison, Brainerd, Crosby, Crosby and Emily area, you're going to be dealing with rain, but I do think it will taper to more showers. As you can see, this is rolling south. So let's say you're an 8 o'clock bus goer in Emily or Brainerd. You might not be that bad. Just kind of wait here, but I would say for the next 45 minutes, you'll be dealing with showers. Bemidji, an inch of rain fell last night, and you guys are clearing. Might be good to go for pictures north of Walker here today. So rain all over the place this morning. CeCe, not great for everyone out there. Hopefully the roads are okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've been talking about Brainerd all morning. If we take a live look here, you can see folks still going on with their morning commute just a little slower than they normally would as that rain continues to fall in Brainerd. If I zoom in up there on the map, there's only slight slowing in parts of Brainerd. I think it's still early enough where the rain's not causing too much chaos up there. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. In the Twin Cities Metro, though, things are very dry in our area. We're not seeing any crashes, any slowing as folks get out to work and school and as buses start to get out there. Stick around over the next 30 minutes or so. I'll be talking about school bus safety as school buses get back out there for the first time in a minute. Lauren.
All right, CeCe, thank you. In just over an hour, students will start heading back to school in many Minnesota school districts. It's an exciting and sometimes nervous time for families on any year.
Yeah, but especially heightened after the tragic events in Minneapolis last week. Michelle Beck is joining us live from Deerwood Elementary in Eagan this morning with some tips from local experts. Good morning, Michelle.
Well, good morning to you guys, Lauren and Jason. You know, local experts have one thing to weigh in, and we know the governor will have another. Actually, within the hour, I plan to see the governor and ask him some questions when it comes to school safety, because I know a lot of families are feeling pretty anxious about that this morning. So I want to start with some general tips to help your kids with back to school anxiety. Johns Hopkins Medicine says arrange play dates for your kids because a familiar face can help students adjust academically and emotionally. Also, come up with a prize or a rewarding activity for separating from mom or dad to attend school. A lot of families are having tough conversations right now after last week's school shooting. A Children's Minnesota psychiatrist says to start with creating space for the kids to talk.
If your child is kind of hovering around you when you're doing chores, or if they just come up and need a hug, that's okay too. Ask them what they understand about it, ask them what questions they have, and then really just that reassurance that adults are safe people.
Yeah, so of course it's okay for adults to have those emotions too, but Dr. Stryker says the important thing is that the adults model those emotions for kids. Back to you.
Important stuff there. Michelle Beck, thank you very, very much. Students in several schools across the Twin Cities will notice a heavier police presence today.
It's part of the renewed focus on school security after last week's mass shooting at Annunciation Church. Audrey Russo's outside Bryn Mawr Elementary in Minneapolis with a closer look at what parents and students can expect on week 1. Audrey?
Yeah, good morning, Jason and Lauren. One of the places where those extra patrols are going to be particularly visible to both parents and students is here in the morning drop-off line. I'm here at Bryn Mawr Elementary in Minneapolis. This is one of the districts where there will be extra patrols. We actually confirmed plans with several cities and several police departments. Bloomington police say their patrols are on standby to assist administrators. St. Paul police will put extra officers outside the schools every day this week. And Minneapolis police say that they're assigning extra officers to both schools and places of worship. Security officials say they're also constantly reviewing safety procedures inside the buildings as well.
Over our security protocols, our standard response protocols, so that's your lockdown, your hold in place. That shows our community, hey, we're here to stand with our students. That staff are ready to go, that staff are trained and prepared.
Yeah, that's really going to be a conversation within school districts and school buildings throughout the metro. Now, coming up in about 30 minutes, we're actually going to hear from a security expert on some of the proposed long-term changes, physical changes to buildings, upgrades that can be made in order to make schools safer. I'm also hoping to speak with the Minneapolis police chief about the first week of class. That's hopefully going to happen within the next hour or so, so stay tuned. But for now, Lauren, Jason, I'll send things back to you.
Lots of important conversations to be had here over the next coming weeks and months. Audrey, thank you. The Neighborhood Resource Center in Minneapolis's Lyndhurst Park will be open again today to offer support to anyone who needs it following the shooting. The center provides mental health, spiritual and victim care, as well as therapy animals and games and toys for children. The center will be open from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
The time's 6:06 and taking you live from St. Paul, where in just 7 hours, Twin Cities Metro mayors will join activists on the steps of the state capitol. The mayors of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Brooklyn Park will all call for change to the state law that preempts cities from passing their own gun reforms. Today's rally comes a day after hundreds showed up at the state capitol urging lawmakers to pass an assault weapons ban in Minnesota. That rally was organized by several gun violence prevention groups, including Moms Demand Action and Students Demand Action. High school students from throughout the Twin Cities spoke at the event. They called on state lawmakers to pass a ban on assault weapons and establish a statewide office on violence prevention.
This shouldn't be the norm. I'm here today because I want actual change. I want the lawmakers in the Capitol building right now to understand that we, as the students, demand change.
An assault weapons ban would face opposition in the divided legislature. The Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus has questioned whether a ban would survive a Second Amendment court challenge.
We have new details this morning from union workers at Minnesota State University. Teamsters 320 announced MSU's admin and service faculty have reached a tentative agreement with the university. The group has been in contract negotiations since April, with the biggest issue being pay. They'll arrange a ratification vote in the next few days.
This morning, Minneapolis police are investigating another round of car break-ins, a crime spree that's persisted for several months now. 24 vehicles were hit across parts of South Minneapolis yesterday. Police used a different strategy, immediately redirecting any officer from a non-emergency situation to flood the areas. And while they think there are 3 suspects, there's little other information about them. Residents say they're feeling unsettled and plan to keep watch over their own neighborhoods.
It's frustrating because people just let it happen, and I will not let it happen. I mean, I don't know what I can do, but a flashlight works wonders if they just shine it on them.
Besides police, 4 other agencies were activated last night, including airport police and state patrol, but no arrests have been made.
If you were hoping to wake up a billionaire this morning, it looks like you are out of luck. The Powerball jackpot is now rising to $1.3 billion. These are the winning numbers from last night's drawing. So it doesn't appear anyone matched all 6 numbers, but 12 tickets did win $1 million or more. Not bad. The odds of matching all 6 numbers are astronomical. We're talking 1 in 292 million. But with more than $1 billion up for grabs, it may be worth a shot to just buy a ticket, whatever. The jackpot is ranked the 5th largest in the game's history with a cash value of $589 million. The next drawing is tomorrow night at 10.
Let's take a look because we are live over the St. Paul Public Schools bus barn. You can see the buses rolling out right now for the